Welcome. My name is Dr. Brooks Doherty. I'm the Assistant Vice President of Academic Innovation at Rasmussen University, and I'll be serving as your Master of Ceremonies today. Before we begin, we present our national anthem. I want to welcome you once again to our virtual graduation celebration. As we are all aware, across the world, COVID-19 has forced more than 1 billion students out of school. For hundreds of thousands of graduates like you, the unfortunate realization that in-person graduation had to be canceled must have been disheartening. We at Rasmussen University truly understand how important this day is to you. The ceremony will serve as a celebration, bringing together Rasmussen University graduates, their family, friends, along with faculty and staff to honor you, the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. The ceremony will feature a few remarks by the interim president of Rasmussen University, Dr. Ann Leah. Your campus has chosen a student speaker who will also be featured. And additionally, we are thrilled to have Gloria Perez, the president and chief executive officer of the Women's Foundation of Minnesota, as our keynote speaker, featuring her insights on a new day, a future full of hope. Finally, and most importantly to you as a graduate, the opportunity to celebrate you through a virtual procession. The conferring of degrees will follow immediately with the turning of the tassels. It will truly be an unprecedented and exciting graduation experience. On behalf of the entire faculty, staff, and Rasmussen University leadership, we would like to thank each of you for joining us. Once again, I am proud to welcome you, the graduating classes of 20 and 2021, to Rasmussen University's virtual commencement ceremony. This event serves as the culmination of the hard work and effort each graduate put in to earn their degree at Rasmussen University. The community has come together to celebrate each graduate's impressive accomplishments and your bright futures ahead. Without question, these graduates will be a permanent part of Rasmussen University's history and join over 100,000 graduates throughout our 121 years of excellence. For some graduates, this is your first time attending college. For others, you set out to complete what you once started but had yet to finish. And for many of our master's degree graduates, this has been a personal goal for many, many years. Many overcame significant obstacles. You had to balance responsibilities at home, at work, with families, expectations in your career, and yet you found a way and succeeded. By being part of this celebration today, you set the example that through hard work, determination, a support system, any person can achieve their goals. At Rasmussen University, we understand that without the love and support of graduates, friends, and families, your journey may not have been achieved. Graduates, we hope you take a moment to recognize and thank those who have supported you along the way in your educational journey. At Rasmussen University, we are especially honored to support many active military members and veterans as you work toward accomplishing your education and career goals. We would like to thank all of our graduates who are members of active military or veterans for your service to our country. Thank you very much. And finally, our faculty at Rasmussen University. These individuals are responsible for educating and changing lives every day, rain or shine. They take the success of our graduates and our students as a personal responsibility, and I am privileged to work with them every day. Thank you to our faculty at Rasmussen University. And now I would like to introduce the interim president of Rasmussen University, Dr. Ann Leah. She will be sharing a few comments and will introduce today's keynote speaker. Please welcome Dr. Ann Leah.
Thank you, Dr. Doherty, and congratulations to all of our graduates. I am so very proud of you. You set a goal and have now reached the finish line. This new degree is both a personal and a professional accomplishment. What you have earned cannot be taken away. This is a big moment for you. Many of our graduates decided to purchase caps and gowns, even though they weren't walking across the stage, as a symbol of their accomplishment. Within their cap and gown package, there was a green stole, which symbolizes a Rasmussen tradition, and it's called a stole of gratitude. It's a tradition that at the end of our commencement ceremony, each graduate may place that stole around the neck of someone who provided encouragement or support through your academic journey. This stole of gratitude represents lasting appreciation and sincere gratitude towards the recipient for supporting them through their academic accomplishment. Even though we're not celebrating in person today, we encourage you to keep this time-honored tradition. Or if you have not purchased a graduation gown, please do take the time to thank that special person who guided you in the process. These are not normal times. You have had to adjust and cope with much adversity as you navigated through your coursework. Working from home, possibly switching to online classes with children or family, friends, relatives at home with you. All of these make your accomplishment even more commendable. You should be so very proud of yourselves. You forged ahead and succeeded. Currently, as the COVID vaccine is becoming more available, we are seeing glimmers that a new sense of normal is just around the corner. Keep up the hope. We are almost there. We are honored to have Gloria Perez as our keynote speaker for this event. Ms. Perez is the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Women's Foundation of Minnesota, where she leads the first statewide women's foundation in the country. The Women's Foundation of Minnesota has distributed more than $31 million through community investments. They also conduct ongoing research on the status of women and girls in Minnesota, advocate for public policy that results in greater economic security and safety for women and their families, and invest in organizations and leaders to build and achieve gender and racial equity. Ms. Perez became one of the country's leading experts in two-generation strategies to reduce poverty as the CEO and president of the Jeremiah Program, a national nonprofit whose proven holistic approach transforms families from poverty to prosperity 2 generations at a time. She has over 25 years of experience across sectors, ranging from small businesses, for-profit corporations, to nonprofit human service organizations. As an Ascend Fellow at the Aspen Institute, Ms. Perez is working with other national leaders to drive innovative ideas and proven strategies to help families achieve educational success and economic security. She serves on the board of directors for the Hazelton Betty Ford Foundation, the Cerise Walburn Foundation, and the St. Paul and Minnesota Foundation. Please welcome me. We are so happy to have Gloria Perez here as our keynote.
Thank you, President Leah. Trustees, friends, family, and graduating class of 2021, I am honored to celebrate your graduation from Rasmussen University. 600 scholars across 23 campuses from around the country. How wonderful to have you all sharing in this virtual commencement. Congratulations. Of course, I was holding out hope that in-person celebrations would be happening by now, but here we are in the comfort and safety of our respective homes. Regardless of how we do it, reflecting on your collective accomplishments is well-deserved and inspiring. Now, what an extraordinary year this past year has been. In this last year, I have felt like I was in the middle of a mix between Groundhog Day and a movie about the apocalypse. Does that ring true for any of you? None of us could have predicted this would be the year for heightened awareness about systemic inequities and a call for cultural transformation across the country. From the onset of the pandemic to the deaths of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd, and the increase in hate crimes across the world, we are at a global crossroads. This is a defining moment for us as a human race. In this extended period of social isolation and reckoning with injustice, I draw strength from the words of Maya Angelou. In the midst of adversity, she said, "Still I rise." Graduation from college is also a defining moment. It represents a new day for you. It is a time for you to boldly step into your careers and claim the knowledge that you have gained as a college graduate. This is the time to own your value. It takes courage to step up and claim your space in the world. We are taught to be humble and unassuming. But this is a new day. Something different is needed. Society is designed to maintain the status quo. And historically, society's status quo has benefited some to the exclusion of others. And in this defining moment, we are seeing the impact of those inequities. To achieve equity for all, we must engage our imagination and creativity and then redefine what it means to live in a country with liberty and justice for all. As you go into the world, I want you to claim your space, to share your unique gifts, talents, and your knowledge. This is what the world needs right now. The world needs a diversity of people with diverse lived experiences and creativity and innovative ideas. The world needs people with grit, determination, and a passion to live their best lives. Now, today, you join a long tradition of students who came to Rasmussen University with a diversity of experiences, identities, and passions. Many of you started at Rasmussen University years after graduating from high school. You know what it's like to juggle a multitude of responsibilities while pursuing your education. If you are a woman, during the pandemic, you have been juggling paid and unpaid work at home, and often you are at the center of your family's needs. This is not new for many of you. It is just amplified in this critical time. By graduating today, you are all demonstrating that you have the grit and determination to succeed. This past year was challenging, even for those of us with the privileges of safe housing, a supportive family, close friends, and secure finances. Even if you were already engaged in online education before the pandemic, staying the course in a rapidly changing environment with unpredictability, more unknowns and unknowns, has had to be a challenge. And yet, you rise. Your future is within reach, and all you need to do is have the courage to grab it. Now, first, take time to celebrate all that you have accomplished to get to this moment. Now is the time to thank all the people who have supported you in achieving this milestone. Whether it's a professor, a mentor, a supervisor at work, a spouse, or a parent. None of us get through life without support from others, but don't let that diminish your hand in all that you've accomplished. Now is the time to celebrate the sacrifices, time, and energy you've invested in your achievement. You did this, you are graduating today. Now remember, you are worthy of all that you aspire to achieve. Second, in this time of global transformation, what the world needs from you is that you live your life with courage and compassion. In times of uncertainty, we look to people who speak with conviction about what we can or should be doing. We seek out experts to provide information about how to prepare and plan for what's next. These people instill confidence in others because of their demonstrated courage. Well, in this time of your transition as a college graduate, you are the expert in your life. You are in the best position to know what you need. You know that you are capable, and you know that this degree is the result of your hard work and your commitment to your future. Celebrate your contributions to your success. Whatever that voice inside your head is telling you about your dreams, listen to it. You can bring those dreams to fruition. As the CEO of a statewide community foundation in Minnesota, I drive investment and innovation for gender and racial equity. I recently had to respond to the unprecedented needs of women and communities of color across Minnesota who have been experiencing the disproportionate impact of COVID-19. I have been humbled by the generosity, compassion, and commitment of people who are willing to concede that the world, pre-COVID world, was not working for many of us. People have begun to question the systems that have benefited some at the expense of others. In this period of reckoning and innovation, all of our grit and compassion will be critical to the success across all of society. Whatever your passion is, I encourage you to draw on your courage and determination to learn, innovate, and take action, whether it's in nursing, health sciences, business, technology, design, education, or justice. All industries and all fields are having to grow, change, and innovate in order to remain viable for the future. Author Arundhati Roy once said, "Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing." Now just listen for a moment. Do you hear her? Do you have that feeling of hope? As a child, I spent hours and hours daydreaming. What is it that people say, if I only knew then what I know now? I would daydream, literally, about the Mary Tyler Moore life, working in a Minneapolis newsroom, climbing the corporate ladder. If I got really wild with my thoughts, I would daydream about what it would be like to have superpowers, like Wonder Woman. I mean, who hasn't thought about having superpowers, right? Well, when it came time for me to go to college, I felt overwhelmed, inadequate, unprepared, anything but courageous. What I came to realize is that my superpower is courage. In the face of fear, I persist. I applied for college without much support. My mother expected my high school to help. My high school expected my mother to help. I built my muscles of courage by figuring out college on my own. It was up to me to listen to my inner voice about what I wanted to study, where I wanted to go to college. My inner voice was telling me it was time to break out on my own. Despite my fear and hesitation, I applied for college outside of Texas, and that is what brought me to Minnesota, where I live today. What I learned is that I needed to look for answers within myself. I needed to embrace my dreams, accept my insecurities, and understand that my natural gifts and abilities would provide insight to my future direction. Thankfully, my superpower has helped me press ahead into the unknown. With a big dose of courage, a lot of good luck, and the compassion and support of others, I eventually stumbled into my life's work to make the world a better place for women, children, and people of color. Now, if you only remember one thing from me today, please remember this: you are powerful beyond measure. Activist Marianne Williamson eloquently said, quote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone," unquote. Marianne Williamson spoke of what you now know. Let your light shine, and you will let the world shine as well. When you unchain your fears, you will liberate your neighbor. And finally, as you build your career, feel confident because of all that you have endured to achieve this milestone. Each of you is the author of your life's story, and you have the power to create chapters that lie ahead. Your graduation today, coupled with your lived experiences and insights, are all you need to pursue your dreams. Now, I'm not so naive as to think you're going to walk right out of here and get any job on your first try, but I do believe you should have the confidence to strive for it. In working toward your ultimate goal, you will be building your muscles of courage. Be bold enough to ask for what you want and need, and if the world does not give you what you want, be courageous enough to listen and learn about what else you might do to achieve your goals. Let me close by reminding you that in your life story, you get to be awesome, amazing, and brilliant. Use this incredible moment to claim your space in the world, and do not be afraid of the work required to reach your goals. Just remember that every time you encounter a challenge, you can meet that challenge with the same grit, determination, and compassion that you invested in your education. You will persevere. Your experience is embodied in the words of Jeremiah the prophet. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. I have hope for your future. I have hope for our world. And I want to thank you and congratulate you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Perez, for sharing your inspirational message today. And now, the student speaker from your campus would like to say a few words before the graduation procession.
Hello, and congratulations, Rasmussen's graduating class of 2021. My name's Addie Lanto, and I've been attending Rasmussen College for about the last year and a half. I decided to go back to school when my daughter was 6 months old. She's now 2.5, and I have a 6-month-old son. I did the Accelerated Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management and Organization program. Honestly, I thought I was never going to graduate. Every semester we'd be asked to introduce ourselves. The professors would ask when our expected graduation date was. I'd always joke and say I'm hoping to graduate at least before I'm 6 feet under. Even though graduation is virtual, we still made it. I'd like to thank my family, friends, and professors. My family and friends were always supportive, while my professors were knowledgeable and understanding. They all challenged me in a multitude of ways. This past year has been challenging mentally, physically, and emotionally. As Booker T. Washington once said, I've learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. This quote defines our past year. This past year has been very stressful and traumatic on all of us. We've been living in a pandemic, the Black Lives Matter movement, and even an economic recession, all while going to school and trying to care for families and work. Some of us took these obstacles and quit, yet we took these obstacles and used them to our advantage to succeed. We used them as motivation. These obstacles challenged us to work harder towards our graduation. Now, all of our hard work has finally paid off. Lastly, I would just like to challenge you. I challenge you to continue to take these obstacles that life throws at us as motivation. Look at these obstacles in a positive light. Understand that we can learn and grow from them by accepting them and moving forward. By doing this, we'll continue to grow gracefully. Again, thank you and congratulations, class of 2021. We finally made it.
Graduates, now is the time the next phase of your life begins. As you see your name presented, reflect on all your hard work and dedication over the years that has led you to this success. Keep in mind, this is not the end of your road, but the beginning. There may be more degrees in your future, and certainly there will be lifelong learning, inquiry, and exploration. Today's graduates across Rasmussen University campuses will be receiving either a master's degree, a Bachelor of Science degree, an Associate of Science degree, a diploma, or a certificate. Congratulations once again to all of these outstanding graduates. We are extremely proud of you.
Brianna Andrews, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Jennifer Dahl, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, summa cum laude. Jackie Farmer, Bachelor of Science, Health and Wellness, summa cum laude. Saskia Hale, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Hyman, Bachelor of Science, Business Management, summa cum laude. Jesse Jack, Bachelor of Science, Healthcare Management. Sarah Kimsey, Bachelor of Science, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Jessica Luer, Bachelor of Science, Graphic Design, summa cum laude. Ekaterina Snow, Bachelor of Science, Accounting, summa cum laude. Alexis Spinato, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Julie Wesnick, Bachelor of Science, Human Resource and Organizational Leadership, summa cum laude. Emily Winchell, Bachelor of Science, Human Services, summa cum laude. Nicole Woodruff, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Zellner, Bachelor of Science, Business Management, summa cum laude. Katari Achterberg, Associate of Science, Professional Nursing. Nicole Black, Associate of Applied Science, Human Resource and Organizational Leadership, summa cum laude. Jessica Coates, Associate of Applied Science, Business Management, with honors. Ebony Elston, Associate of Applied Science, Human Resources and Organizational Leadership.
Lynette Erickson, Associate of Science, Professional Nursing. Natalie Goheen, Associate of Science, Professional Nursing. Tina Hainselsberger, Associate of Applied Science, Professional Nursing. Kathy Handlin, Associate of Applied Science, Business Management, with honors. Dang Her, Associate of Science, Professional Nursing. Megan Krieger, Associate of Applied Science, Professional Nursing. Denise Martinez, Associate of Applied Science, Human Services. Amy Purdy, Associate of Science, Professional Nursing, with honors. Rebecca Saul, Associate of Applied Science, Business Management, with honors. Brody Kasmarek, Diploma, Medical Assisting, with honors. Kayla Krupe, Diploma, Early Childhood Education, with honors. Sheila Link, Diploma, Medical Assisting, with honors. Teresa Polachek, Diploma, Medical Assisting, with honors. Morgan Weber, Diploma, Medical Assisting. Catherine Hahn, Certificate, Medical Billing and Coding. Amanda Mathis, Certificate, Early Childhood Education. Cheryl Siverling, Certificate, Healthcare. Matthew White, Certificate, Pharmacy Technician. Rebecca Williams, Certificate, Medical Administrative Assistant.
Congratulations, graduates, Class of 2020 and Class of 2021.
And now the moment has arrived. All of our graduates, please stand for the conferring of your degree. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Rasmussen University, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified, along with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. Undergraduates, it is now time to move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. Each and every one of you should be very proud of your accomplishments and achievements. We wish you all much success in life and rewarding careers. On behalf of the entire Rasmussen University community, congratulations to all of you.